The Oh So Lovely Talk Show. The Oh So Lovely Talk Show. So lovely.
Right, thank you so much for coming to join us today. We are live here from HairCon. It's an incredible day. We've been an amazing time here, and we have the lovely Elle with us today as our first guest. So welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have to talk about this story because actually your name is Ellie.
Yeah. L-L-E-L.
So Elle Foreman, spelled L. Would you like to share the story that you've just shared with us?
Yes, so funny story. My name is Ellie, but my mum spelt it wrong on my birth certificate. She also celebrated my birthday on the wrong day for the first 2 years of my life. So I think she had given up by the fourth child.
That's brilliant. So before we go into anything, could you just give us like a brief introduction to who you are and where you are at?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Elle Foreman. I am a co-owner of Tribe Salons. I started in the industry as an assistant, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. We have a family-run business, so when I left school at 16, my mum, she said to me, "You're not doing anything, so you've got to come and work in the salon and work out what you want to do from there." So I did that, ended up falling in love with the industry and started to run the business from quite a young age, and then realised that it was hair that I wanted to do. So I went on to train at Sassoon, and then my career's just gone from the next step to the next step, and I've had some amazing opportunities so far. So that's where I'm at.
By amazing opportunities, I think we don't want to brush these things under the carpet too much. So if I'm correct, you've been hairdressing for 6 years? Is that right? Yes?
Yeah, hairdressing for 6. One of those years was COVID, so.
Right, okay. And I can name like a handful of awards that you have won. Yes. So I know sometimes it's hard to talk about these things
Yes.
ourselves. So I think but it's really important to bring those up. Awards that you have won. Also, Fame Team.
Yeah.
You've had some incredible mentors over your time.
Yeah.
You are doing what some people in our industry maybe will achieve over their whole hairdressing career, if not at all. You know, it's phenomenal, Ellie. I think like that does really need to be recognised. So I think it's really important that you recognise that as well.
Yeah.
The thing that I kind of keep coming back to is, because you've obviously succeeded so much already within this 6 years, do you feel like an enormous pressure to constantly be doing more?
Yes. I think it's the short answer to that question. Yes, definitely. I think I always apply a lot of pressure to myself anyway, so that doesn't help. But also, I think winning the awards and having quite a quick success, if you want to call it that, it does put a huge amount of pressure on what's the next thing that I can achieve for myself mainly. But there is that kind of pressure that you feel that may not even be there, but you feel it, of thinking that people are waiting for you to do the next thing or what is going to come next. So I do feel a huge amount of pressure sometimes.
Do you feel, is it pressure from people that they expect you to do something? Is it pressure from people that have mentored you, or who is it specifically that's feeling?
I think it's mainly myself, actually. I think the expectation of what I should be doing, it comes from myself, and I think a lot of that is probably why I have achieved quite a lot. But I think the expectation comes from myself and constantly wanting to be better.
How are you, within your 6 years of experience, how are you managing to kind of keep in check with that? Because that's quite a hard burden to take upon yourself when you're applying it onto yourself.
Yeah.
How are you sort of navigating through that and being able to kind of pull yourself back and go, I'm okay?
Yeah. I think what helps is having the right people around you. I run the salon with my brother, and he's really good at keeping me kind of grounded and saying, You know, you haven't always got to take something as this opportunity or that opportunity. Focus on the things that you want to prioritize, and you focus on what your goals are, and whatever is in line with that, then you go with that. Anything else that isn't within that circle, then you leave it behind. And I think a lot of him telling me and keeping me in check is what keeps me sane, to be honest.
I think that's probably really good and really valuable advice, because I think a lot of the narrative I hear within the industry is take on every opportunity. If you want to be successful, you have to do everything. Don't say no, just say yes.
Yeah.
And you've proven, by saying yes, that has worked
Definitely.
wonders. But
Yeah.
we're only human, and we
Yeah.
can only do so much.
I think it's hard for me to sit here and say, like now I have probably got to a point where sometimes an opportunity does come in and I do choose whether to take it or not. But when I first started, I did take every opportunity, and probably to the point where I took on too much. But I don't believe I would be sitting here right now if I didn't do that. So I think that is quite important to mention as well.
Obviously you've been successful in competitions. Do you think part of this is that you're quite competitive within yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I come from quite a competitive family.
Okay.
We all played sport and stuff like that when we were younger. So, but I think a lot of it comes from trying to prove to myself.
Yeah.
It's not really about trying to prove to anybody else. I think, and I thought it was that, especially when I first started. I thought it was about that, but now I genuinely believe that the reason that I want to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing is to prove to myself that I can do it.
So, have you ever done something and felt like you haven't proved to yourself that you were able to do it?
I've had many, many challenges and setbacks. I think looking at the awards and Fame Team and the success that I have had, it is important to note that those successes don't come without the setbacks and the process in between that makes you doubt yourself. But I think without those processes, you don't feel the need to challenge yourself as much. So I think, that those challenges, those setbacks, they're what have helped me grow and to become and do the things that I've done. Points that probably main things that have happened to me. I tried to go for Fame Team the first year that I tried, and I wasn't ready. And I really was disappointed with myself. And Sally said to me, she come up to me when I didn't get through, and she said, you need more experience. You need to come back next year, and you need to be better, basically. And that just gave me all the drive and the push to want to do it even more. There was also another situation that happened to me. I won Colour Trophy my first year of entering, and I entered the year after, and I didn't even get through.
Oh.
And that for me was like, right, I need to really sit back and think about this and take things more seriously. And if that is what I want to achieve, then put my all into it.
I do think that is, I've kind of had a similar experience in sometimes I think if you're just doing well,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
you can kind of not only just take it for granted, but obviously you then, it's not pushing you at any point.
Yeah.
When you were unsuccessful, so when you entered these competitions and maybe didn't get through,
Yeah.
what was your initial reaction? Were you sad? Were you angry? How did you feel?
I think it's more frustration at myself. I think they're the feelings that I feel when I don't get something that I want or I put my energy and effort into. But then after that subsides, it's sitting back and looking at the things that I could have done better, where I went wrong, and what I can do to make it better next time or to achieve that next time.
You mentioned earlier Sally. I'm assuming Sally Brooks.
Yep.
Yeah. So has she really helped you out? Has she helped you mentor you?
Yeah, I've had the most incredible mentors
Yeah.
going forward. And I think it is probably one of the most important parts of building a career. And it has been for me. Sally Brooks has been one of the amazing mentors that I've had. She really changed the way that I see hair, changed the way that I see the industry. Harriet Stokes is another mentor that I've had, who is over there.
Watching over you.
Watching over me right now. No pressure. Someone who has helped me just in every way throughout my time as a hairdresser in this industry, guided me, taught me so much, and just been a really great friend as well. So, yeah.
How did you get in contact with these people? How did the mentoring begin?
Okay, so I think this is really helpful for people actually, because I think it is about putting yourself in rooms where you are in front of people that are achieving maybe the things that you want to do. From a very, very early stage in my career, I went on a course with Harriet at a brand that she used to work for, and I met Harriet and Annalisa there, and then they both come and taught at my salon, because I went back to Billy and I said, this course was amazing. Like we need to get them in the salon and get them teaching all of our staff. And then about 4 months later, it was kind of lockdown times, and Annalisa kind of approached us for a job, and the relationship started that way, and through Annalisa, then become really good friends with Harriet. So it kind of snowballed that way. And then we kind of had this thing where Billy would help Harriet with business stuff and Harriet would help me with my career, basically. And that's kind of how that went. And yeah, I couldn't be more grateful. It was incredible the way that it started. Having mentors like Sally, obviously putting myself in a situation where I wanted to get on that team. I made it my mission. I wanted her as a mentor. Like it was my last year to be able to get her as a mentor. And I obviously didn't get in the first time. It was really disheartening. But when she said to me, come back next year, I was adamant. I needed to get on that team. So
Yeah. I think within our industry as well is that actually hairdressers want to share within our industry, and they're open to people messaging them or contacting them, because we've all been in that position
yeah,
at some point.
for sure.
So it's
So important.
it's that important to reach out.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
So I think that's really powerful, and I think what you're saying about mentors
Yeah.
is a really strong message.
Yeah, it's something that I'm really passionate about, actually. Because I have had such a great experience, it is something that I really want to do going forward. Mentoring people. I mentor a lot of the staff in my salon that are coming up into the industry as well, and yeah, it's definitely a passion of mine moving forward.
Yeah.
The Oh So Lovely Talk Show. The Oh So Lovely Talk Show. The Oh So Lovely Talk Show.
So lovely. So not only are you obviously entering competitions, I saw you, entering Colour Trophy, working on a show, then you're working in the salon, you're managing a team, educating a team. How do you juggle that all? What does that look like?
Okay. I think the realistic answer is I don't have a great work-life balance. I don't. And it would be silly of me to sit here and say I have it all under control, because I don't. But Billy is a big help in that. It's funny because I always call him my PA. He's not my PA, and he hates that. He hates
I
that.
can see why.
But he's very organised, and I'm not. We're like the total opposites, and it works quite well because he keeps me in check while I go off the rails. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how it works. But I try and balance it as much as I possibly can, where I can. But there are times that I do work too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think work-life balance exists for some people?
For some people, yes. Maybe when you get to a certain point, yes. I think I think it's whatever your priority is. I don't I don't think it's whether, you should have this or you should have this work-life balance or this or that. It's whatever your priority is. And if your priority is that you want to achieve X, Y, Z, and you will do anything to get there, then that's up to you. But um, yeah, I mean, I think it can exist, but it depends what you want.
I mean, it's that thing, isn't it? It's like you have to work hard to achieve anything. Nothing falls into your lap without doing anything.
Yeah.
And when you're, especially for you at this early stage in your career, you've succeeded so well. You've done so much, but you have driven for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I think that has to be at the detriment of your work-life balance.
Definitely. I think I'm always conscious of talking about the win side
Yeah.
of stuff, because there've been awards, there've been teams that I've got on, and I have had a lot of success, but no one sees the other side of that.
No.
And the other side of that is the really long nights, the missing family things. I haven't seen my friends, those kind of things, and I think it's really important that people understand that. I think it takes a lot to um, achieve the things that you want to achieve, if that's what you want. And I chose that. That was my priority, so I've chosen to do that. But I think that is, it's important for people to know that that is what it takes, or what it has taken for me anyway.
I do think that's like really, really valuable and important, because I think there is always a lot of talk about work-life balance.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's really unique to the individual.
Yeah.
As you said, everything comes with a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So in order to achieve one thing, you need
Yeah.
to sacrifice
Yeah.
something else, and that is a choice.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's acknowledging it as a singular person and going, am I willing to sacrifice this in order to get this?
Yeah.
And if you're not, then that's not for you. And that's
Yeah.
completely fine.
And I think, anytime I'm stuck with what to do, I've got something going on family wise, but then something work wise comes in, Billy just looks at me and he goes, what do you want to do more? What do you want to do more? And it's like, okay, then make the decision, and that's it. And I think, it is whatever your priority is at that time.
Oh, you seem very clear and direct on what your priority is and where you're going. Do you do anything to like get you there? Do you like write a journal? Do you do, or do you just know? Is it just in you? Do you just know?
It's funny you say this, because me and Bill did, or have done in the past, wrote down some goals that we wanted to achieve by a certain time. And we had like this little tick list. And the last thing on that tick list from the list that we wrote was to win an It List award. And obviously that happened last year. So yes, I do write down certain things that I would like to achieve within that year, and then focus my energy on those things.
What do you do once all of those things have been ticked off? You celebrate it in any way?
I struggle with that. I think as hairdressers we struggle with that. It's like on to the next thing. But last year when I did win It List, it was I felt quite emotional at the time, actually. And the reason being is because how hard I had worked throughout the last few years. And I did take a moment. I took a day off as well, just to sit back and celebrate, and just to reflect on how far I had come from.
Did you just say you gave yourself a day off?
Yeah.
Wow. What a celebration.
It was nice, actually. I did. I had a day off the next day.
Yes.
There must be something Ellie does to unwind. What is it that makes you step away from this wonderful world we live in? But you must have something that
Definitely.
checks you out.
So my things are, I go to the gym.
Yeah.
That is a really big thing for me. Haven't been recently, need to get back into that. And I have lots of niece and nephews. My brother, I've got 4 brothers, and they've all got children. So I go and see my niece and nephews, and that is how I unwind. That is like my main thing that I do. I also really love walking, so I go on long walks. So there's definitely times where I wind down and have space and time to myself. Yeah, for sure.
Do you ever get to a point where you know and everything feels a bit too much? Or have you
Yes.
reached that point yet or not? No.
Yeah, recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you do in that situation? Is that when you would go for a walk, or is it do you...
Yeah, just try and step away a little bit. I think take a step back from being on my phone all of the time. That is, I think, really important. Go for long walks, go to the gym, and lots of therapy, I think.
Very helpful. We're all big fans of therapy
Yeah,
here.
big fans.
Do you think there's like a pressure to be relevant on social media within our industry?
I think now, yes, especially the way that things are going. I think everything is coming back to being a lot more authentic and less unrealistic, which is nice. But yeah, there's definitely the pressure there. I try not to put that much pressure on myself with social media. I feel like that would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I feel like I do enough within what I do, but I mean, if I enjoyed it more, I think I would do it more. But it's not something that I hugely enjoy. But I definitely think it's necessary for what we do.
Yeah. I think you're actually proof that you don't need to lean on social media to be successful,
Yeah.
because the hard work's what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And it's not what you put out there.
Yeah. I think I definitely would benefit from doing it more, probably. And as I say, I've got friends that do it and do it really well, and I admire that because it's really hard. So I think it's another job in itself, and it's incredibly hard. So yeah.
I only brought that up because you mentioned like removing your phone sometimes in some instances.
Yes.
So do you go on your phone quite a lot?
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly on my phone. And a lot of it is mainly work related. Obviously, we've got a team, we've got 2 salons. So trying to step away and not being available all the time, I think is more the point of that. It's making sure that I do have times where I don't answer work messages and have some space and time away from the salon or from work or what I'm doing at that time.
So what's next? Where are you off to?
What's next?
A dark room.
What's next? We've got some really exciting things coming up next year. I say me and Billy, going down the mentoring route. So that is something that's coming next. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet, but but I just have. And yeah, we've got some exciting plans happening with the salon as well. So lots going on. I will try and enter some competitions and things like that. And I just want to do nice hair and enjoy it. That is what's next, really.
And that's what you love.
Yeah.
You should.
I love.
So you should do that. Last question, because I think it's really valuable for anyone that was listening. If someone wanted to relive your life, recreate your life, live a life like you, what would be 2 really valuable tips you would give them to achieve your success?
Do the small things really well, and great things will happen. And also, consistency is the most important thing.
Fantastic.
They're probably my 2 biggest points.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much. You're so very calm and relaxed. I feel very relaxed.
Yes.
Like melting into my chair. I'm like completely captivated by you. So I really appreciate you
Thank you so
sharing
much for
your
having me.
story.
It's been great.
You're an
Thank
absolute
you.
inspiration.
Oh, thank you very much.
you.
Loved it. Thank you.
The Oh So Lovely Talk Show. The Oh So Lovely Talk Show.
So lovely.